Hi there. Welcome to the Becoming Unstoppable podcast. I am so excited to have you here. And if you are new to my world, I am Rachel Jackson. I hosted the Soulful Badass podcast. So if you want to hear more from me, go and check that out. But I'm a mindset and manifestation coach, and I work with entrepreneurs who are here to become unstoppable. Some of us are born with such a big dream, and you are one of them. I know if you've come across this podcast by chance or you've been in my world for a little while, you will know that I put out there that I attract people who have a big mission. Now, I'm not talking about some small business. I'm talking about running a friggin' empire. It is going to be so much bigger than you thought possible. And I want you to just sit with that energy of you are here for so much more. And I know that you've felt it, and I know that you've been drawn to this because I bet there's that feeling that you've just had all of your life. You've maybe tried all of the normal things, but literally you've had that yearning inside, like, there is something bigger I'm meant to be doing. There's something I am meant to be helping people with. There's something I am meant to be giving to this world. And you might not have had a clue what it is. You might have had a clue and you might have set up your business doing that. But there's a part of you that still thinks I could go bigger. I could do more. There'll be a bit of you inside that absolutely is terrified by that idea as well, which is completely normal. So do not panic if that is you. Just know that the fact you've come across this, the fact you are in my world, means that you are here to have the most amazing life. You are here to do incredible things. I know that every one of us is here to do amazing things, but some of us just have that bigger life path. And it's not that we're better or different to other people. It's just that we have a path that is meant to shine brighter and give something back to a lot of other people. And with that comes its own burdens and its own challenges through life, which can sometimes knock us off our course and knock us off our path. So you'll know this is for you if you've had tough things come up in your life, you've been through the challenges, you've overcome so much, you are such a stronger person and you've started doing mindset work, you've started tapping into your intuition, you've started being called to energetics and a different way of doing things. And that's through to the challenges you've had in your life and the shifts that have made you look at things in a different way. Now, that is a complete sign that you are in exactly the right place, because that is who I'm talking to. People who have rose up and got through things, but it hasn't knocked that dream. It hasn't knocked that energy of I am here to do something bigger. And now that you've been through your challenges, now that you have overcome so much, and you might still be going through that. We all are. We're all expanding and growing all of the time. But now that you've been through that, you want to help others do the same. You want to help others who have been in your situation. That was a huge part for me. I went through a lot of things in my life, money worries, money stress. I've been divorced, different things that I've had to make decisions and walk away from in order to be the person that I am today. And at doing that, I've had to work on my mindset. I've had to work on my money mindset because me and money didn't get on at one point. Now it's a completely different story, and I will be diving into that during these episodes. But there's been a lot of challenges, a lot of highs, a lot of lows, a lot of being knocked down and getting back up. But every time that has happened, I've got up stronger. I've got up wiser. I've got up more resilient. And I bet you have too. I really want you to just acknowledge that lifestyle, that path that you've been on, all those knocks and all those bits where you've been tested and your resilience have been tested, it has all been for this. It has all been for this moment where you start to rise and thrive and lead with impact, because you are here to help others do the same, remember. This is for you if you are at the point now where you have started doing this. You are doing this with your community, with your business, and now you're ready to expand into that next level. You're ready to go into that empire. You might not have started the business yet neither, but you know in your mind you've got that empire built inside of you. So please keep listening. You will get so much from these episodes. It doesn't matter what stage of the journey you are at, the energy is already created. And I want to really share that with you. When I first started, I used to listen to people manifesting, and I used to listen to Tony Robbins and all the big names, and I could see myself as big as that. I could literally see myself filling stadiums. The stage was mine. And it didn't come from a place of ego. It just come from a place of, I know that is for me. That is my life. And when I started, I thought, well, how do I get going when I'm not that successful? But that person was already in me. She is already in me. She's already created. I don't have to be at that stage to know that I am that woman. So whatever stage you are at, you still are that woman. The one with the big dream, the one that you can see yourself on that stage, the one that you can see with the big empire, you are that woman now. Someone is not going to come in and body snatch you and go, right, tomorrow you are this person. You are that person now. That dream is created inside of you, and you were born to do this. So I want you to really understand that you already have that energy inside of you. It is not about creating a new you. It is about unfolding and unleashing your path and unveiling your path, but it isn't about creating this whole new you, because you are you, and you are building and creating momentum and moving forward towards that dream. That is what is calling you forward. And that is why you have that feeling inside that says, I'm here for more. Because if you didn't have that feeling, you wouldn't keep that momentum going. You'd be satisfied, you'd be content. And believe me, I know it feels strange, but some people live like that. They are satisfied, they are content, but not you. You're always striving for more. You're always onto that next thing. You're always growing and expanding. And that is because you are here to have that ripple effect on the world. So let yourself sit with that energy. Wanting more, knowing there's more, is your soul pulling you towards your desires. You are not meant to be the one going after them. They are calling you forward. So you following that path is you ultimately getting to where you're meant to be. And during this podcast, during these episodes coming up, I'm going to be teaching you how to dive into this frequency, the frequency that your energy works at, your soul communicates to you at, because everything is energy. We are literally made of energy. We are all one, but we take on different forms. That's why you have your persona. I have my persona. It is made up of who I am. I'm a British redhead from a small town, and that creates my identity. It creates my persona, and you will have your own. But that persona is not all of you. Inside, you have that energy. You have that creator. You have that connection to the divine. And your soul that is connected to the divine talks to you in energy and frequency. And that is why you get your dreams come to you as desires. That's how it's communicated. Your body is the best communicator ever. And what it does is it takes that energetic frequency that's calling you forward, and it transmutes it into something visual that you can actually see, imagine, pretend you can touch. So that visual that it gives you is your desire. It might be the dream house. It might be the dream car. It might be £1 million in the bank. It might be a 7-figure empire. Whatever that desire gets communicated into and transmuted into, so it hits your mind, so that your mind can start to see it. Your heart's already connected to it, but your mind can now start to see it. That is your route map to your desire. So your desire shows up as, this is where you're meant to be going. And so many of us ignore the feeling of us being here for more, or ignore the feeling of our desires and think, well, who am I to have that? I should be happy. All the things that we tell ourselves. That is your communication to your soul to say, hey, I plotted this before you got here. I plotted this life path. You are meant to be following it. Come on, get into motion, get moving forward. So if you are ignoring your desires, or you're in a business where you've got to a point and you're thinking, right, I should settle at this, I should be happy, but there's something more calling you, you need to go for it. So if you have got the call for more, then I am saying this is your hell yes to go for it. Please do not hold yourself back. I will be teaching you over the coming episodes how to work out this energy, how to use it to your advantage, how to follow that soul's calling and learn to work with this frequency, because you are born to work with this frequency. And not only that, you're probably here to teach others to do the same. By you following that path, by you following that next step, by you giving in to those nudges and callings and that pull forward, that is you walking your best path. And when you start to do that, others start to notice. They start to follow. They start to think, right, I'm going to do that as well. So whether you're intentionally teaching it, whether you're influencing, whether you're just living your best life, either way, others benefit from it. So if you felt like you're here for more, but you can't go for it because it's going to affect other people in your life, or it's going to hinder other people, or you're going to have to sacrifice something, they are all bullshit excuses that your ego mind will be telling you. And I'll break down how this works between your soul and your ego in upcoming sessions, upcoming podcasts. But it really is important to know, if you've got that pull, if you've got that niggle, if you've got that yearn inside of you, and I'd love to know what this feels like for you, but if you have it, you cannot ignore it. I'm going to be diving into next week that the dream just does not go away, because it really doesn't. And I'll be telling you why next week. So please start to think of, what is it that's calling you forward? What is it that really feels like you're here for more? And you'll know you maybe just haven't let yourself feel into that energy yet. You maybe just haven't let yourself reveal what it is for you. If you feel that calling, just ask. Just sit inside your chest, like allow that energy to grow and expand, and feel that energy inside your chest. And just ask, what more am I here for? And just let the answers unfold. It might not come in someone talking to you, because it would be great if we had someone sat there telling us exactly what to do. But remember, it's frequency. The message will come in symbols, numbers, tarot. I absolutely love tarot if you've been following me. Different ways that you will get this message. It might come on your Instagram feed. It might come through a vision. It might come through a dream. It can come in many different ways, but your job is to start to decode the message. And the way that you do that is to communicate regularly. So you've got to drop into your heart. You've got to drop into this energy, this power inside of you. And I don't mean in your mind, because that's a different energy. That's your persona's energy. It's what you've learned over time. I'm meaning in your heart. You've got to drop into your heart, your connection with your soul, the connection with the divine, the connection that's connected to all, that knows that you have that power source inside that's pulling you forward. That connection you need to get to grips with and start to speak to every single day, so that you can start to understand it, so that the messages that come through can be communicated into language that you understand. Initially, for me, because I'm claircognizant, it was hard for me to start to see things. I really wanted to see things in a meditation that was visual. And I'm not a clairvisual person. I'm claircognizant. So what that is a knowing. I would get a knowing, like that energy is there. I can just feel it. I just know it's there. There's something about it. But all I could really see was black. I couldn't see visions. But what happened with me was I started to understand and just trust that that knowing was right. That knowing was the way that it communicated with me. And once I started to trust that and figure that out and get that knowing, then the visuals started to appear. Then the words started to appear in my mind. And they started to appear from a different place to my thoughts. So for me, my thoughts come in the front of my head, whereas these thoughts that were coming from the divine, this source inside, it was dropping into the back of my head. So it allowed me to start to understand over time how this connection really comes out of me and how I can check in with it and ask it questions and get the answers that I seek, rather than looking outside of me for this validation or direction or clarity when all of the answers come from within. Remember, I told you your soul has plotted this route map long before you came to this earth. So your soul and that connection inside knows all of the steps you need in order to get to where you're meant to be. So you don't need to figure this shit out. You literally just need to connect in, learn to communicate, get the action, and take the action. And suddenly that energy of I'm born or I'm here for more, you'll start to see it in reality. You'll start to see how much more you are actually here for. I'll tell you my story. When I first started, I was about 36 when I started getting into intuition and energetics. Up until that point, I had this calling for more. It was calling me out. I just felt it. I felt it was something bigger, but I didn't know what. And because I was relying on my logical mind, I just thought it was the next promotion at work or it was my career path. I never thought of it being any bigger than that. But what I was drawn to was tarot and spirituality, in the sense of I would love to read tarot cards. There was something drawing me there. So once I started to learn how to read tarot cards and go to a meditation class, I started to open up this connection to the divine within, this connection to my soul and my intuition. And what that unfolded and revealed to me what more was. This energy that I've been craving, it wasn't about my career at work. It really wasn't. What it actually was me learning how to manifest, me learning how to work with energetics, me learning how to read tarot, actually, and do all the things that I was called to do. But each step was revealed one after the other. So it started with tarot, then it went on to meditation, then it went on to EFT and tapping, then it went on to energy healing, and then it went on to manifestation. And from there, it went from not just me learning these things, but me wanting to help others after seeing how my life had literally changed round. My life went from everything being hard, I will have a spell of things being good, things going well, suddenly crash, everything going back to just rock bottom again. And the same cycle carried out. And I thought there was something wrong with me, but it wasn't there was something wrong with me. I was just on the wrong path. I wasn't on the path I was aligned to be on. And now I'm on that path. Everything just gets better and better. There is no, oh my God, this is amazing, then crash. It is, oh my God, this is amazing. And I'm excited for what's next because things just get better and better. And this path has took me on a journey that I was not able to see or even foresee in my lifetime. I didn't think I was going to have a business in what I do. I didn't think I was going to become a life and business coach. I didn't think I was going to be a podcaster or have a book out or have my own affirmation deck. Like, these things just did not even register for me. I thought I was going to have a career in project management or leadership. I did not think for any second that I would be teaching people all over the world about energetics in business. That would have blown my mind, because if somebody had told me that then, I'd be like, well, who am I? I don't have a business. I could never teach anybody how to run a business or how to expand a business or how to grow their money. Like, my money is shocking. So why would I ever be talking about that? And this is why your soul doesn't tell you everything all at once, because you would talk yourself out of it. All you have to do is know that that call for more is trying to communicate to you. It is trying to pull you forward. Now, someone said to me the other day, and this really hit my heart and hurt my heart, really, because they said to me, I just felt like I'm here for more. But if we were all here for more, there wouldn't be enough. There wouldn't be enough for everyone. It made me think there's different people in life. There's different people in every lifetime. some of the big change makers, some of the ones that are here to change and put a ripple effect out into the world. And a big ripple, I'm talking about a big wave. And they're the people I attract, the big wave type of people, the ones who have that really big calling. But there is other people who do like a quieter life, who do like the normal life that we would call a little bit vanilla. And there's nothing wrong with that. You need those type of people in every lifetimes. You need the people who are going to want to just keep the status quo. But then there's going to be some of those people who don't want the status quo and want to up level and want to change. And they'll be as well at different stages of their life wanting different things. And that's where the big wave people come in. If the big wave people weren't here to create that massive ripple effect, and I'm talking in waves because remember, it's all frequency, what you do has an effect on everyone else energetically. So the more frequency you're putting out, the more these other people can actually feel it. They can make that change. They can see it for themselves. So you being one of these big waves people means that you need to make a big wave in order to help other people. And it's not that any of it's going to run out. It's not that there's never enough for everyone. There is always enough. The sun is always rising the next day. The plants are always growing. There's always enough on this planet. There's always enough abundance because abundance is energy. Money is energy. Money is not in short supply. Money is electronic now. So there is absolutely no end to money. It's numbers on a computer screen. It isn't anything tangible or physical. It is literally numbers on a computer screen, which can go up and can go down. So remember, there is no shortage and there is never not enough. So if you're worried about you taking something from someone else by following this dream or you disturbing someone else's path, let it go. The fact that you've got it means that there's something that you are meant to go after, that desire that you have, you are meant to get it. The matrix needs you to get it. The energy in the divine needs you to click in, suddenly get that piece of information, suddenly become that person you're going to be. And then they'll let you see the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. And it'll keep growing because that desire that you have at the moment that feels really big, it's just the start. It's just the beginning. It's going to get so much bigger than you thought. So please, if you are here for more, drop into that heart space, start to connect, start to let your soul unveil to you what you are here for. And if you want to dive into this more, I have so many meditations and activations available for you in the Becoming Unstoppable Sisterhood. You can dive into that on a free trial now and you can get your energy into alignment and start communicating and getting support from people who are on this journey too. So if you want to join the community, make sure you come along and join the sisterhood. It is incredible. But the best bit is you get to align your frequency. You get to step into this higher potential possible for you, and you get to grow and expand your business in a safe space surrounded by amazing people. And that's exactly what you're here to do. So please make sure, if you are here for more, tune into this episode every single week. And we are going to be breaking through these energy barriers and really bringing this life into your reality. Because you're here to create massive things and you were born to do this. You were born to become unstoppable. Before we finish, I'm going to pull out one of my affirmation cards from my Becoming Unstoppable deck, and we'll see what the cards want to say to end this week. And this is your affirmation. Say it on repeat, let it sink in, and know that this message is for you. And the message is, my success benefits not only me, but everyone around me. My success benefits not only me, but everyone around me. Remember that. You were born for more. Catch you next time.